Hi everybody, I am finally here. Things have been a little bit difficult with the little one today, and I'll kind of explain why in a minute. But I'm going to give everybody a minute to jump on and go over something I am so excited about. I've literally been planning this for months, and now that I've been planning it, I don't really know what I'm going to say. So I couldn't tell you if it's going to be 5 minutes or an hour. It's not going to be 5 minutes, I'll tell you that. I'm really excited. So I'm going to give everybody just a minute and then we'll get started because this is going to be amazing. So, how's everybody's Sunday night going? Doesn't feel like Sunday night, I'll tell you that. Everything's kind of everywhere right now. Let me just tag people. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm really excited. I have been working on this, like I said, for a couple of months now. So I kind of wanted to start off and let you guys know, how we got here. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Katie from Couponing with Katie, and I show you how to save money on amazing stuff. But today's amazing stuff is amazing. So, when we first started couponing, and I do say we were completely, absolutely, Marie, you know what? This is just for you. You got it. When we first started couponing, we were broke as a joke. Like no money. You park your car, in a different place every night. You pay off disconnect notice to disconnect notice. You have the same thing for dinner 3 nights in a row. One of my favorites is going to Food for Less and buying groceries and paying with a check. And we paid with a check because there was no money on which to write that check. And they actually fed it through their machine and cashed it. Right then and there, it went through. And, it was like $19 in groceries and we didn't have it. So that's kind of where we started. Oh my gosh, guys. So that's where we started, and I saw the show Extreme Couponing, right, on TLC. If you guys haven't seen it, I'd watch an episode. It is totally real. Everything that they show you is absolutely possible. That being said, I have some major issues with the show itself, but everything that they show you that they can do, you can absolutely do. The getting $2,000 in groceries and paying 19 cents as you walk out the door, totally can do it, okay? So I saw the show and I thought, if I can just save 30% on my groceries, I'll be a happy camper, right? Because we'll finally be able to just make ends meet. That was the goal, and then all of this happened. So I started couponing, and then a few months in, I thought, a lot of people really need to be doing this because it absolutely changed our life. So I was really excited about that. But the thing is that when people hear about couponing, they think I'm going to clip a 50-cent off coupon and I'm going to save 50 cents off of this can of soup and it's going to be amazing, right? And I mean, it is amazing, right? You can get all of this free stuff and all this cheap stuff and all this moneymaker stuff, and that's great. And you can do a lot of good with all of the stuff that you can get. But to me, couponing isn't about 9 hours in the grocery store and $2,000 trips and, just hoarding 50, 60, 100, 200 bottles of Pantene, okay? It's about being able to provide for your family and being able to stretch your dollar and being able to make sure that you're able to live the life that you're looking to live, being able to spend what you need to spend and just make it work within your budget. And I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's not just about buying that one tangible item. It's about every aspect of your budget. And so we bought a fixer-upper home with the money that we had saved from couponing. That was a huge part of it. The first year, we saved over $10,000 on just our regular household expenses. So we were able to slash our budget drastically and save some big time money. So we bought a home a few years in, and after repairing major credit and major debt issues, we bought a home, and it's a total fixer-upper. So we spend all of our time and money fixing up our house, but everything that we do, we figure out ways to save money on what we're doing. So if it's something that we can do ourselves as far as the labor goes, or if we've got friends and family, I would always ask people who are friends and family to help you fixing up the house. If you're painting your walls, paint is so ridiculously cheap if you buy it at the right times. So as an example, Home Depot does deals where you can get, some paint for $50 and you get back $40, or paint for, I don't know, $80 and you get back $40 or whatever it is. And so you can paint your house at a huge, huge reduction of the original cost. So just as an example, ways that you can save. I just did a post on redoing your lawn. If you guys have a water savings program or a lawn rebate program or whatever, we actually ended up making a couple $1,000 plus, reducing our water bill by replacing our lawn with some drought tolerant plants, and it looks amazing. If you guys haven't read that post yet, I would check it out. It's on the blog. It's exciting, the things that you can do, and people keep talking about, well, you can't double coupons anymore or whatever. It's not about just the little coupons. So that being said, hopefully I can help change the definition of couponing. Hopefully you can, fit all of everything in just by reading the blog and just by following me. You can follow me on Twitter, on Facebook, on wherever. I'm everywhere. And hopefully the different posts that I've been posting are not just about going to CVS and getting $2 Tide detergent, because at a certain point when you're couponing, if you're brand new and you've never touched a coupon, that's great. Follow me. I will get you where you need to go. You'll stockpile. It'll be wonderful, okay? But if you have been couponing for a while, you get to a point when you just don't need more Tide detergent. You don't need more secret deodorant. You don't need all of this stuff. You need to maintain your stockpile, but there's so much more that you can do with couponing. So that being said, we have actually been on vacation for the past 2 weeks, and so hopefully you haven't noticed any kind of a decrease in the blog and what I've been posting and everything. It's been kind of crazy hours trying to make everything work, but we've actually been gone for the past 2 weeks. We just went on vacation, and I am so excited and so grateful to have had this opportunity because, like I said, when we started, completely broke as a joke, guys, and we had to dig ourselves out of this huge pit. And so I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that, but to be able to even say that this was a possibility for us, that's huge for me. It's amazing. So we've figured out all the areas that you can screw up, and I will be posting a lot of posts that are going to give you all of the detailed breakdowns on exactly what we did and how we were able to do it. But we just went to Paris, and then we went to Manchester to watch my husband's favorite soccer team for a couple days, a whole VIP experience. It was really incredible. And then we spent a week in London. So we've been gone for 2 weeks in Europe. We just got back late last night. And I just wanted to share because the trip was completely free. Free. So again, when we're talking about couponing, it's not just about that can of soup or that free Pantene. There are so many other opportunities, so many other ways that you can save on everything that you're doing. Yeah, Marie, I know. I'm jealous, and I went. It was amazing, okay? And we were able to do it completely for free. We had $1,000 in spending cash. The biggest contributor to how we were able to do the trip was with credit card and debit card sign-up offers. So we didn't, thanks Heather, I think so. We didn't get into any kind of debt. We didn't do anything really crazy. What I can say is that we've been working on this now as of today for exactly 6 months. And I would recommend for those of you who are going to be doing this, because a lot of you need to be doing this, because my husband's like, how many people can we help do that? I'm really excited about what's going to come because of this. So again, there's going to be a lot of posts, a lot of detailed breakdowns and whatever. But we just got off a flight and I just had to share because I am so excited about the possibility of where everybody else is going to be able to go because of this. Thanks, Sarah. So basically, as an example, and again, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail right now, You sign up for a debit card, and for opening the account and keeping the account open, they'll give you $300 or $500 or whatever the case is. And you open up a credit card and you spend a couple $1,000s, and they will give you credit towards travel. You can cash it out for cash if you want, but they will give you credit towards travel for like $1,200 or $1,100 or whatever it is. And so all of those things we were able to use to book all of our flights. So we were able to book our flights to go overseas. So we landed in London. We were able to go to London, and the flight was completely free. And then we decided that instead of landing in London, we wanted to land in Paris, but we couldn't change the tickets last minute, so we just booked another flight with some of the money that we got from the sign-up bonuses for the debit cards. And we booked a flight from London to Paris, and then we went from Paris to Manchester. We did the whole VIP experience, and then we went from Manchester to London via the train service there. So we got to see there were sheep everywhere, which for those of you who haven't seen any videos of my son, he is obsessed with animals. So it was like sheep, 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 cow, moo. I mean, it was crazy. And we were talking with the local people while we were on the train, and it's amazing what they think of Americans. Everything's kind of a different filter when you're from a different country. The baby did come, yes. And let me tell you, my husband and I went to Madrid for our honeymoon, and that I thought I did a really good job as far as saving money. But I mean, we still paid a few $1,000s to go to Madrid. This was covered, right? So it is so different traveling with a baby, because it took him a couple days to get acclimated. There was a lot of screaming involved. Yeah, Hope, it was a lot. But you know what? It was amazing. And the experiences that he had, he's probably not going to remember most of it, but we've got pictures and everything so we can prove that he went there. And this is really honestly the beginning of a whole bunch of stuff, because we're planning on doing this on a regular basis. Now, like I said, we officially started 6 months ago. I would recommend, if you're planning on doing this, to give yourself a year, because trying to cram all of the stuff into 6 months of preparations and, different accounts and stuff like that it's just crazy. So what I would say is that if you're planning on doing this, number one, if you are not good with credit cards, if getting a credit card means that you're going to get into debt, this is probably not a good idea for you. There are options with debit cards for those of you who don't like credit cards. Keep in mind, we were in this huge pile of debt. The spending that we're doing isn't just arbitrary spending. We are paying our homeowner's insurance, our auto insurance. Every time you guys make a payment going from your bank account, and you pay somebody, whether it's a contractor or a monthly bill or just a splurge item, if you're not using a credit card, you're leaving money on the table every single time. So whether it's 1% back or 5% back or whatever, you're leaving money on the table. There are also a lot of cards, in addition to the fact that you're leaving money on the table, that will give you sign-up bonuses that are literally $1,000 or more, just for completing simple requirements. Like for the first 3 months, you have to spend $3,000. That's $1,000 a month. How much is your guys' auto insurance, right? There's so many different ways for you to be able to make that spend that you need to do, and that's going to be a whole other post that I'm going to put up. But the point is that you're not spending arbitrarily, and you're also not adding anything to your debt. I haven't paid a penny in interest, because you pay it off every month as though you had been making the payments originally from your bank account. So I completely understand. I was totally anti-credit card before I started, but the amount that you get from it is insane. When we flew into Paris, we decided to stay in a suite because the baby came with us. And so we had our own, it was like a living room area, and then we had a separate room that was our bedroom. And so that way we could put the baby down, he could take a nap, or he could, be down for the night or whatever, and he would be in a completely separate room than we were, so we could stay up all night, partying all night, right? We could stay up all night because we had a completely separate room. So we stayed in a suite. And then when we went to Manchester, we were only there for a night, but we wanted a place that was right next to, we could see, any soccer fans out, any team sport fans, we could see the stadium from our hotel room. So we were up on the tippy top floor, overlooking the city. Gorgeous view. I mean, we were right up against the water that was there. They had like the docks and everything, so we could see all the docks. We could see the swimmers in the morning. So we had an incredible view there. And then we had another suite back in London. So in London, we again had the same thing where we I am so excited. Thank you, Sarah. Absolutely. And you know that this video will be available afterwards as well. I know that there's going to be people who want to ask questions. So if you guys have any questions, definitely post them in the comments. But I do appreciate that, Sarah. Thank you. So anyway, when we went to London, we also had a suite as well. So we had the full kitchen. I guess it was a full kitchen. I mean, the stove only had 2 burners instead of 4, right? But we had a full kitchen. We had an oven. We had a dishwasher. All of that, and my sister stayed with us for one of the days as well. So we had a pull-out futon. Oh, pictures are coming. Here's the deal, guys. I waited to share this with you guys before I posted all of the pictures. That's how much I love you guys. I don't think you guys understand. I love you guys so much, it's ridiculous. I didn't post any pictures whatsoever because I wanted you guys to get the exclusive on the fact that we went and we came back. So I'm really excited about this. So pictures, you're gonna get blown up with pictures in just a minute. So anyway, so my sister stayed with us for a day in London. She lives in London, and she actually got to stay. We had a pull-out couch futon thing. So not only did we have our own bedroom, right? We also had the futon and the whole setup there in the living area. And in addition, we had 100% of breakfast paid for with all of our hotel reservations, and all the hotel reservations were paid for with all of our bonuses and signups and all of that stuff. So we didn't pay to fly over there. We didn't pay for any of the intra-Europe flying between the cities. We didn't pay for the train to come from Manchester down to London. It saved us a couple hours to not fly, so we decided to just take the train. And then we didn't pay for the hotel accommodations either. So everything was completely covered. And then we had $1,000 in spending cash. So like $500 ended up going towards all the intra-Europe flights because, like I said, there were some last-minute things that, again, we screwed up and had to move some stuff around, whatever. And then we had another $500 to spend on meals and stuff. But all of the breakfasts at each location, I made sure to book every single place with free breakfast. So if you go somewhere for 2 weeks and all you have to worry about is lunch and dinner, which, by the way, Manchester, of course, was included, all of the lunch and dinner and everything, because it's like a VIP experience. So we didn't have to pay there, and we didn't have to pay on the flights, because international travel, you don't have to pay for the food on flights. Or the liquor, just in case you were wondering. And then there's also all of the breakfasts were covered. And so they were total, big old buffets and, bacon and sausage and all of the good stuff. So the breakfasts were actually probably the best parts of the trip, because you just go downstairs and there's a whole bunch of stuff, and the hotel staff was incredible. So anyway, so we went to Europe. And we used all of these different rewards from all of these different things that we did, and I'm so excited because we already have been talking about when our next trip is going to be and where we're going to go, and so the fact that we were able to experience all of this for free and we're able to share all of this information, I'm excited about. So there is a section that's on the blog. There are different categories on the blog. For those of you who don't know, there's like a little drop down that says categories, and you can search, Ibotta deals or Walmart deals or Target deals, or whatever. There's a section called travel and cards, and so that section has only been a few of the cards that we have done, and I will be expanding it, of course, with all of the information that we gathered from this trip, all of the things that you need to do, and all of the things that hopefully you can avoid doing, because we screwed up a lot of things. There's a hop on, hop off bus tour, which you have to do wherever it is that you go. Brazil, yeah, I know, that has definitely been talked about because he's such a big soccer fan. So there's a hop on, hop off bus tour that you need to do everywhere, and we ended up missing our stop twice. We ended up on this tour 3 times all the way around Paris. It was, don't do it, okay? So anyway, so you can also pay, like I said, you need to spend, $3,000 within 3 months or whatever the number is. Some cards is $2,000, whatever. But there are companies out there that I've been talking about, like let's say Plastique, for example, where you can actually pay your mortgage or your rent through this company. So how many months of rent is $3,000, right? It's 1 or 2 or 3 months of rent would cover that just for the rent by itself. So you're not even paying anything extra. There are companies like Raise that I've been posting about where you can buy gift cards at a discount. So you save, 10% on your gift card from Raise with an extra bonus if you use the promotion that's in the post. And so you save on that, and then you get points back or you've spent towards whatever your requirements are, right? So you can use things like that. Groupon is another one where you can actually buy Groupon dinners. There are introductory offers for companies that will deliver food to you, which is a big one, especially when we're on vacation. We didn't want to rent a car. And if you have anything that's further than a half mile, or you have a screaming child who doesn't stop screaming for half the trip, you don't want to go out to dinner every night, right? And so they'll actually bring you the stuff, and there's promotional offers, introductory offers that'll give you a discount off your service, or they'll give you free delivery or whatever. The other thing is ATMs. We have Logix Bank, and if you don't have Logix and you have one in your area, you need to sign up with them. But we didn't have any foreign transaction fees or any, what's the other one? It's an exchange fee. Anyway, there's two fees that are usually associated with international money. So when you go to the ATM, you pull money out of the ATM, you're just paying whatever the conversion ratio is. You're not actually paying any kind of an exchange fee. If you go exchange your money, you should exchange it like a post office or a bank or whatever. But those you're going to be paying an exchange fee, which does in fact fluctuate depending on which company you go with and how legit they are. Some places aren't even posting rates that we saw. And so what we did is we just went with our bank that doesn't have any fees attached to it. And so we just pulled money out of the ATMs that way. So we were able to get whatever we needed as far as that goes as well without paying any kind of fees. The other thing is passes. So if you're going to go to a major place, like let's say London or Paris, they have a pass that has however many days of travel, I think 1, 2, 3, or 6 days, and you can get admission to the top 100 locations or whatever, and it's all included regardless of how many you go to. So some days we went to more than others. I know with Madrid we were at like 7 places in a day. I mean, we would go in, see what we needed to see, and we would go to the next one, right? And so you can actually get everything included. And another big thing is they've also got the fast track passes, whatever, so you can skip ahead in the lines. So like for the Louvre, the line is sometimes like 2 hours long or whatever, and you can just bypass all of that time. So there's a lot of things that you can do to be able to save money on travel. As somebody who never thought that I would be able to do something like this, I was blown away by the fact that not only could we save money on the day-to-day stuff, right, like the breakfasts that are included or discounted delivery services or whatever, but the fact that we could actually book travel completely for free. So I'm going to be posting a lot of pictures right now. I'm going to be posting a whole bunch of posts on how you can save money and all of the different things that we've learned to do and not to do. How to travel with a 1.5-year-old, because that's a whole new experience, guys. If you haven't done it yet, do it, but just be aware you're traveling with a 1.5-year-old. But anyway, the whole trip was absolutely incredible. And so I am so grateful that we were able to do this. And I am so grateful that I'm able to share this information with you guys. So let me know if you guys have any questions. The posts will be coming, but ask the questions below or send me a private message or whatever, because I'm really excited that everybody else is going to be able to do the exact same thing. And even if it's just you're going to Santa Barbara for the weekend for free, I mean, that would be amazing. If you're not looking to do some kind of crazy travel, go to Alaska for the week, I mean, go somewhere. Our travel experiences have been incredible. The fact that we're able to just, shut off and walk away from everything, not have to worry about work. We can just sit on the 8th floor overlooking Manchester docks as we're looking at my husband's favorite team, drinking a couple glasses of wine. I mean, it was a really amazing experience. So again, let me know if you guys have any questions, and I will be talking to you guys a lot soon. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great night. Bye.